We are live with another Elsewhere podcast. I'm sorry I'm
How
late.
you doing?
It was totally my fault we were late because I was trying to make adjustments and do all kinds of things, and y'all know how that goes. So I appreciate y'all being in here. I see there's already some people here. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday. We are hanging out with Ryan Bronson. He is on your screen over there.
How you guys doing?
He's actually an artist that I met on Instagram, and I checked out your YouTube channel. And honestly, there's some really good music on there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Which, I mean, in all honesty, that's kind of the point. Like, people that have good music, that's what we want, is we want to support independent artists. Are you fully independent at this point?
I am. I record everything in a bedroom.
Hey, my bed's right over there.
Hey, there you go.
There's a litter box. Let's go. So I get that. No, that's kind of the thing, is because when you're independent, you do all of your own marketing, you do all of your own recording, you are responsible for everything, and it's super hard. Um, it's super hard to get any kind of exposure. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when I find somebody that I think has got something going on that I personally I fuck with, I want to put them out there and say, hey, take a look at this person, and if you like them, check him out. By the way, his YouTube is in the description. So if you like what he says, if you like him as a person, if you like his music when you go listen to it, subscribe, drop some likes and things like that.
Do the whole like and subscribe thing.
That, oh, of course. I'm gonna adjust your picture because you're like, hold on, because remember there was four of us the other night, and that was not fun. That was not. I have to fix that. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better.
Alrighty.
No, but for sure. Like, I saw you on Instagram. I saw some of your music. Actually, my friend Stacy, you've probably seen her in the comments.
Yep.
People will see her in general. They'll see her tag me, and what she's doing is like, psst, 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 look at this person. Psst, psst, psst. I found a cool person. That kind of thing. For me to check them out, and if it's somebody that I rock with, I reach out myself. Obviously. Um,
Hey, that's teamwork. I love that.
well, no, and you just came out with a song last night, right?
On Friday night,
Friday,
I came out with one. Friday. Yeah, Ego dropped on Friday.
which is
Sweet.
it's a great song. Like, I actually went and listened to it, and it was not what I expected. I guess I don't know what I expected, which is kind of nice. Sometimes it's nice to be surprised.
Yeah, I dropped that Friday. We're doing a song every other week leading up to the album, which I just announced the other day is coming out on November 11th.
No, that's awesome. And by the way, people are saying, they're like, "Hey, I've never heard of him. I'm gonna check out his music." Hey, that is what we
Hey,
are here for.
yep.
So please go check out his music. That is the entire point. I am adjusting the screen again. There it goes. Okay. Every piece of you is on the screen, so it's not like cutting you off for some weird reason. Okay.
Awesome.
But also, I have to move the chat because chat is in a weird place. See, guys, this is what you get when you're here with me, because you know.
Technology's great.
Well, yeah. Well, I have a full time job. I'm a single mom, and I do this for funsies.
Hey, I
Because I
respect it.
I literally loved what I do, and I wish I could do this full time, but I can't. So I'm here for what I can be. Um,
Can't yet. One day.
no, I will. Trust me. I've got things are
There you
moving.
go.
Things are moving. So behind the scenes, the iceberg under the water, duck, something like this. But one of the things I noticed is that you had one video that went a lot bigger than some of the other ones, and that also ties into like your about information on your YouTube page. I kind of wanted to poke into that just a little bit to kind of bring that to the forefront and kind of go from there if you're cool with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, You're Okay is the song that I saw that, like, comparatively got a lot of attention, and actually put it on the story so that people could hear it, because on this channel we have a lot of artists even, that are very open about mental health and things of that nature. And so whenever you can get something that's going to hit you in your feels, like, we're here for that as well. Because if anybody can reach out and help one person at one time when they just need it, that's pretty much what it's all about. What's up, Wolf? By the way, Straight White Male, Diesel, Stewart, Aggie, Tina, Rude Knock, dude. Um, Appreciate y'all being here. But yeah, like what made you start that? Because I see your about description, but put it in your words.
Yeah, so I like that song, that "You Are Okay" song came as like a pep talk to myself. I was going through like some hard time, and it actually came out like years after I actually wrote it. Um, Wrote it after like a brief stay in a mental hospital. It was like a pep talk to myself. I've had mental health issues my whole life, so then I had that one in the ball. And then when 2019 came around, I felt like I was in the right place to actually release it. And I just figured, hey, if I'm gonna do this and this helps me, maybe me doing it can help somebody else.
No, absolutely. Because if anybody has seen it on my story and heard that, let's just boil it down to the hook. Let's just say, the hook itself is literally, it's positive, it's encouraging, it's telling you like, look, you're good, you're gonna be fine. It's well, actually, I already said it. It's encouraging, which matters because a lot of people they hit that at the right moment, and it can really make a difference.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's I hope that people hearing it can be helped by it the same way that me writing it helped me.
Now, you struggle with that like a long time, or is it like a? Because some people, it manifests when they're younger. Some people, it's when they're older.
Yeah, uh, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression and OCD in fifth grade.
Oh, see, that's not easy to go through
Yeah, I
all of your
spent
school years on that.
yep, and
Middle
then like
school is hard, y'all. Like, and y'all know this, but middle school is hard. If you got to go through it with anything on top of that on your back,
yeah, and then middle school through high school, I was kind of turned into a lab rat with different medications. So it was a good time.
it sounds fun. It sounds like a blast.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of medicine, a lot of falling asleep in the middle of the class. Good times.
Yeah. Well, then other people don't understand that because they don't know what's going on necessarily in your life and you individually as a person. And so, then you get the judgment and the, negative feedback from your peers.
Yeah, of course,
Kids are
but they don't
fucking
know.
mean, by the way. Nobody has figured that out. I have a 17-year-old, like, girl. They're mean.
Oh,
I'm just
no
saying.
comment.
Oh, that's okay, because, like, my community is very well aware. Oh, see, there's Diesel Feel. Very good song. You Are Okay. That's going on the playlist. See, that's what I'm saying. Is that that's what he, from according to his about page, and from what we've talked about previously, like just in DMs and stuff. Like that's kind of been your a little bit of your motivation was to kind of have an outlet for that and to put it out there and hoping that something that affected you might help somebody in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's where like the whole writing started, and then as I've progressed and as I've gotten better at making music, like the more I've fallen in love with it, and any other job that I've ever had, I get bored of real quick, and I don't like working for somebody else. I'd rather work for myself. So I just figured, well, we all gotta have a job. Why not have this be my job?
Well, that's the thing is that a lot of people that are creative that do music, especially that I've talked to, you see a consistent pattern. Not saying that everybody has mental health issues, but a lot of them do, and this is like their outlet that they pour it out in their music. Um, People have gone through things, people that have a message, something they need to say, something they feel like will help somebody else. That is a common theme, whether it be a bop, whether it be an anthem, whether it be rock, metal, you know, rap, country, it doesn't matter. The genre, it's the sentiment behind it is usually fueled by a personal struggle of some sort. And that just happens to be what I've seen. And they don't like working for other people and they don't hold jobs very well because they're here.
Yeah, they don't say music's the universal language for no reason.
Exactly. I've tried to convince some beatboxers that I know to make beatboxing its own language. So like we could have like personal conversations, like, and they're like, "Oh, I know, right?"
Oh, I can barely understand English.
No, but so you've actually gone out and you've been performing. Like, do you go out and book gigs? Do you go out and open for people? Like, what do you do with that?
Yeah, so I haven't played in a while. I'm kind of focusing in on growing the fan base so that way I can go out and do my own shows. I've opened for quite a few people in the past. Obviously, it's always great to open for people, but you're kind of curating to their environment. And what I want to do is curate my own community, my own environment to be able to do like my own shows and have people come out and meet people and mingle and just have a whole like house party type vibe to the show.
I get that. Yeah, because honestly, if opening's great, but you're correct. You have somebody else's fan base, somebody else's sound, and like their message kind of that you're trying to mush with as well and make it cohesive.
Right.
And when you want to branch out and do your own thing, it's not as easy because number one, you've got to build the community, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
easy.
the building is the best part though, so we'll get there.
No, I feel that. Trust me. We just hit like 500. We're now at like 523. I had 524. I lost one. Miss you. Um, it's okay. Like,
It's fine.
those milestones matter because those are the people that consistently come back. They want your content. They want to hear what you have to say. Um, the ones that come and go, it is what it is. And the people that are there that put up with you while they're there for someone else, as much as it does give you exposure, right? It's not your scene, it's someone else's scene, and it by happenstance they get to see you as well. So it's not the easiest
Yeah,
thing to do, I would think.
yeah, like it's fun. Like I enjoy doing it. It's just like I'm trying to grow to a place where I'm the one curating the vibe of the event and being able to determine what the ticket sales are to be able to determine. I know some of these people that are coming out to shows don't have a shit ton of money, and when you're playing a $50 ticket for a 2,000 capacity venue, that's stupid.
Right. No, I get that. The anti-band said being the opening act can be pretty crappy, which, I could see that. I mean, because
That
you got to balance whether it's your exposure is going to actually be people that you want to expose yourself to because they're going to resonate with what you're doing versus you're just doing it because you can do it. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. Like that's one of the things that I think a lot of upcoming artists got to do is just learn which shows fit you. Like, there is an art to learning which shows you're supposed to be taking, which ones you just should say no to.
Right.
I think all opportunities come to you, but not every opportunity is a good one. So just be able to curate. If you are going to open shows, be able to curate which ones you should jump on.
No, absolutely. Like if you're going to open for a metal band, but yet like you don't rock with metal music, that would be kind of ridiculous. You're probably not going to gain a lot of fans. Stuart says it can be hard to realize you're not the only one. It's okay to be not. Let me say this again. It's okay to not be okay, but I'm okay today. Several stays and institutions, building on myself. This is already interesting. So he's enjoying talking because
Hey,
that's the whole point. See, people. I'm not saying this is not you. This is not personal. That's not any of my personal guests because otherwise, why the hell would they be on here with me, right? But
right.
in general, even independent artists forget sometimes that they need to humanize themselves, especially now with the number of tracks that drop every single day, with the number of artists that come out every single day, um, with the ability to stream anything, anytime, to get your music heard. Somebody's got to click with you in some way. So yeah, your music can click, but you as a person can click as well. That's what keeps people they can make them stay. Your lyricism, your sound, and your personality. Those are the three things, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. It's and when people do connect to that, it's cool. That's the best feeling.
Where the Antiband says we're the only metal band in a punk town. It didn't always work out at shows. I get that. Like I've had a couple metal bands on here as well, and they talk about it. Like that's their favorite thing to do is go play live. But when you do a polished sound, see, like personally, I don't want to watch live performances on YouTube. I want to go.
Right.
If it's not live, I want it polished. I want it studio recorded. I want it mixed mastered. I want all that. I don't want to see a live performance on YouTube. That's me. I know other people don't feel the same way.
Yeah, to each their own.
Because, I mean, like, you're putting together an album, though.
I am putting. Uh, I just sent in the album today, actually.
But you're releasing a track every other week.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a track released every other week, starting now until the actual drop date, which is November 11th.
There's 40,000 singles released every week worldwide on Spotify. That's
Yeah, that's unreal.
that's daunting. Like that's daunting if you're trying to make it. Which is why
That's a lot.
I tell people you've got to humanize yourself with your community because before artists are up on this pedestal, right? And you have to everything's okay and everything's fine and you can't talk about it, whatever the case may be. Like
Yeah,
whatever's
I think that's
go
sorry.
no go
Yeah,
ahead.
I think that's true, but I also think that like yeah, there's that many tracks that come out every day. A lot of them are by acts that are already known, and then like if you keep putting shit out, it'll eventually happen. Like most people will put out 3, 4 songs and get frustrated because they didn't go viral the first time they put out a song and was never put out another song.
Well, I'm a proponent of I don't I'm anti anybody that puts out a song and is like, okay, everybody find it, maybe go viral. Like if you're not hustling, you're not grinding, you're not doing your thing, you're not promoting yourself, you're not putting yourself out there, then I literally don't care.
Right.
Because to
Yeah.
me, that's I want to know that you're working as hard as I want to work for somebody. If I'm gonna sit here take my time, sure, half an hour I'm gonna spend with somebody. However, I push everybody in the communities. I get the promo put together. I, you know, talk to people. I encourage them to, hey, their album's coming out. Hey, this, if you post something, I'm gonna post it on mine. For what it's worth.
Right.
I want to know that you're trying to promote yourself as much as I am. And so people that are like, hey, here's a song. Oh my god, why didn't it go viral? Because you just
Yeah.
dropped it in the bucket and we're like, dude, go find it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if a major label puts $3 to $5 million behind every single, and you just post one Twitter post, like why the fuck would that one Twitter post go viral when they can't even get a $3 to $5 million budgeted track to go viral?
Exactly. I think and that's the thing is that if somebody is taking the time to do the hustle, to grind and make their own music and their own career, it's a priority.
For
Then
sure.
they're worth getting to know a little bit better to try to resonate with them so that you get hooked because that's how it works, especially
For sure.
now.
I love
Hi mom, my mom just joined.
that.
She's out that door and around the corner, so.
What up, mom?
But no, that's the thing is it's like with your music, some people I've had on I've followed for a while. Some people I followed them at, oh, I want them on right away. Like immediately I'm like, yes please. Do you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Just because of the sound, the message, the personality, um and for some reason that sounded bad for some reason. But honestly, like I saw your posting and I saw what you were putting out there and I'm like, okay, well, I'm here for this because you're pushing your own stuff.
We're trying.
If you could do a song with anybody, like if you do a feature with anyone, either you featured or feature them on your song, who would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, the cliche answer is probably Eminem.
Of course. I would do a track
But,
with Eminem and I don't rap.
but I mean, if I had the ability to do like anybody, like I want to like hop on a verse for a Motley Crue song, probably.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I'd want to do.
Ironically, this is not common knowledge, but I'm actually working on trying to get a metal band and a rap artist that I know to collab and do metal sound, metal hook, rap verses.
Ooh, that could be dope.
And I'm about this close to getting to them all to like be on the same page. Like I'm this close, so I am totally here for that. I
Little
think that's
DJ Khaled moment there.
I've heard that name. I don't know who that is. Does that tell you how much I listen to mainstream at all?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I know I hear him in the background of DJ Khaled. I hear that, but that's about it. Is there anybody that you've collaborated with that was like a bucket list checkbox that you like so far, or that you
uh,
performed with for that matter?
And everybody that I've collaborated with, I'm a personal fan of. Um, Opening for Wiz Khalifa was like a bucket list moment. That was pretty cool. And then touring with Chris Webby was a pretty cool thing too.
I do like Chris Webby, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, he's a good artist.
And he's a decent person. Like, I know people that are friends with him that he treats them really well. And to me, that's like, that's the meat meat of what people are, is how you treat others. And
Yeah,
he's
he's one of the, what do you call it? The original like internet rappers. He's one of the originals
in that genre too, in
for
this
sure.
genre, because obviously anyone knows this channel knows that we rock pretty hard. I had Mises on recently. um Tom McDonald is somebody that we rock with, as well as, I mean, the list goes on. Chris Webby is definitely somebody that I rock with. um Adam Calhoun, I don't know him as well, only because he did tracks with Tom McDonald, but I'm getting to know him a little bit better. um Ryan Church, somebody that we we rock with a lot. Like, people like that. I haven't talked to any of, like, all of them, only a couple, but Chris Webby is definitely in that lane for some of that, with when it comes to saying what the hell he wants to say. Just no fucks given. Like, I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say, and you're just gonna sit there and like it, or bye.
Yep, 100%.
Now, do you feel like you do that too?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what I say. Like, if it comes to my head, I'm probably gonna say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like censor it or anything. It's just I don't know how to censor it, so I just don't. Seems like too much work.
No, I get that. Trust me. That's why I'm like, hey, this podcast is as it is, and kind of just, it's live once and then it's done, and I don't edit it, and I don't go back and like snip things out, and if I said something stupid, cool. Like, I own it, you know what I mean? It's hard to find people that are really going to own what they say and say what they mean. Somebody that's going to tell you, this is what I've been through, this is who I am, and if you don't like it, there's a door. Like, don't let it hit you, or do whatever.
Yep, that's that's how I operate. Either like it or eat a dick.
That's kind of, I think that's like in my profile somewhere, actually. But okay, so your album, do you have a theme for it? Like, is there something, like, is there like a underlying message that you have, or is it just like a
Yeah,
cohesive project?
yeah. So like, it's more of a passion project. This one is. Ever since I started like getting into music, like I got really into rap at a young age, and like it helped get me through shit. Whether it was the lyrics and it was just like the sounds that I navigated to, and then looking like how I look, and in the town that I come from, one of the common questions was like, "Oh my God, you rap," or like, "Wait, you rap," and things like that. So the album title is actually "Wait, You Rap," and it's more of a passion project. So it's like that old school like bars and like sample based beat. Well, not full on sample based beats, but there's like a lot of old school instrumentation and things like that in it.
So, okay, well, where are you from?
Originally from Waverly, New York. Uh, then I lived in California for a little bit. I lived in Iowa for a little bit. Now I live in Nashville.
Nashville. Okay, that's a journey. New York,
Yep,
California, Iowa, Nashville.
yep.
I mean, honestly, but so is it like in Nashville that people are like, wait, you rap? Because Nashville is obviously, it's known to be music, but it's known to be more country.
No, that was more of like a hometown thing in Waverly, New York. Uh, People hear New York and they automatically think city, but where I'm from is bumfuck nowhere,
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
like right on the New York Pennsylvania border. So yeah, there's not shit there. It's country music or heavy metal bands and things like that. So you say you're a rapper, they look at you like you have 15 eyes.
Oh, you might.
I mean, I might, maybe I'm an alien. Who knows?
They can really see. They're like, you thought you were pulling it off, but you're not. No, I mean, there's a lot of, stereotypes that happen when it comes to rap music with hip hop, this culture and stuff. That, people, there are lines that you can and can't cross. There are, issues with just who you are and what you do and what you say, and people tread carefully out of respect, but also they tread carefully because my God, people can get nasty about that.
Yeah, this is true. You're not wrong.
I mean, they really can. Just saying. We're about to hit 30 minutes. Give me 1 second. I have to take a quick break because my kid, real fast, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I am so sorry. I'm back. My kid was
You're
in.
good.
She was in the shower, right? And she's like, "Mom, mom, mom," and I was like, "Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure that we're good." So sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Kids come first, no matter what I'm doing. So
Of
anyway,
course.
I'm looking at the chat. What's up, Truth? Hey, Jess. Thanks for coming through. There's Sherry. Appreciate you
Got
guys. So
blood.
sorry about that. Like I just had to check on her. Like, Mom. Well, I'm sorry you forgot your shampoo. Real life, like Truth would say, real life stuff is something y'all got to deal with. But so what was the to kind of go back a little bit when we're talking about the "Are You Okay" song, or "You Are Okay"? I say it wrong every time, and I apologize for that.
You're good. That one's easy to get confused.
I mean, honestly, because it's like a question versus an answer, because your song is actually an answer to that question.
Right.
And so, what was the kind of feedback that you got from something like that? And is that something that you're planning on doing again? Like, where you're going to say, I'm specifically going to make an anthem to reach out to specific people?
I mean, definitely. Like, I always try to have songs that have messages in them. Um, that particular song, I didn't like. It didn't start having a reaction until a few years after I like put it out. Um, like the initial response, like the core fans that were already there, they obviously connected to it. Then
Right.
it didn't start reaching like a bigger audience until like TikTok and Reels and things like that really came into play.
Which I don't know how to do. My cat is more famous than me. I post my cat playing fetch by himself. Like I throw something and he brings it back like a dog does. He gets
That's
5,000 views like in 2 hours. I
it's just how
post
the algorithm works.
I post something heartfelt and I get like 150. I'm like, my people.
Try posting without hashtags.
Without any?
Yep.
Because everybody's like, oh,
I
you've got to
stopped,
use them.
I stopped using them, and my results have gone up like 80 some percent.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Where's my pen? Hold on.
So,
I found it. Give me a second. It's behind everything. Don't you and this okay. Hash tags. Okay. Thank you. What's up, Vibe Reactions? Appreciate you being here. Hey, what's up, Jared? Sure Madness, I saw you earlier. Thanks for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. We're talking with Ryan Bronson,
what
who
up, y'all?
is an artist, an fully independent, which you guys know I love that. Fully independent artist who honestly, you gotta hear the music. Like, it's in the description. Go check them out. But that song, like I said, I know a lot of people that have things that are going on where I can hear it resonate with them. I'm surprised it took so long for it to take off in any way, shape, or form, which is sad because something like that people need to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's hitting ears now, and
Mm.
it doesn't matter. I think that music doesn't hit you when it comes out. I think it hits you when it has to hit you.
No, exactly. And I mean,
So
that's the thing is like a song like that, even if you got 7 views over the course of 4 years, but those 7 views, it helped somebody like literally change their day, their life, their world. Can
exactly,
you be mad about it? Not really.
exactly.
Um, your music now, what is the purpose? Now that sounds really stupid and rude to say that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, is there a theme going on, or is it just because you already said that it's basically wait, you rap? It's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like a
like
personal project.
and like I said, this one is more of like a passion project for me, like going back to the sounds and the shit that I like grew up on, and like the punchlines, the witty words, the wordplay, the metaphors, like early 2000s like Lil Wayne metaphors, like that kind of style and shit like that. So like this project is a lot of just wordplay, a lot of metaphors, a lot of storytelling, some things that I think are personal strengths of mine, just kind of showing off and like reminding people that there is at a lot of people I think can rap or a lot of people I think can make songs, but I think there's a whole different talent that goes into making a song and also being like very intentional and precise about what you're doing with the words too.
I think Truth No Lie, who was just in the chat a minute ago, he calls out we're making music.
Yes.
There's a big difference between rapping. Yes, wordplay is great. Lyricism is great. Beats can be great. Making a cohesive start to finish song or album for that matter across the board is called making music. It's different.
100%.
It transcends necessarily the genre. It's not only in a specific niche. It tends to be pleasing to hear. Like, you can recognize talent no matter who you are or what genre you usually go for. And I love word bending, but not every single line. So there's that storytelling in between the lyricism, in my opinion.
Yeah. I 100% agree. And
What's up,
there is
Truth?
a
You're still here. He's still in here. I'm just quoting him. It's all good. We're like besties. It's cool. He's my brother. It's all good.
what a vibe.
No, that's how it is here, though. That's how it is because that's why I try and invite people into the community because my community is awesome. And
I love
for example, when it comes to projects, Truth is actually I'm working. Oh, there's Carly. Shay, what now? What's up, girl? um, Truth is actually working with Team Supreme as his community and elsewhere as my community, and we're putting together an EP. It's mostly him, but I'm taking credit. Um,
it.
an EP that is community driven. So basically, the community is selecting the beats. Community people are submitting their beats, right? The artists are all people that we rock with, that we know, that we love, that are going to be on the project itself, the EP, and it's going to be called Community Post.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so that's the type of stuff we're going for is, people that have they're part of the community, they're independent, they're hustlers, they're good at what they do, they have lyricism, they've got the delivery, it flows on point, like that's what we want. So,
I love that. That's building that community up
well,
and
and
just bringing people together.
I'm not good at storytelling. Like I can do one-liners like once a day, that's like my limit. Just saying. But when it comes to storytelling, like I might be able to put together a story. It's called rambling in my world. However, being able to do that with lyricism and the wordplay and like the double entendres and like I call it personally, I call it word bending. Like here, 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 you know? That's what I call it. But I'm just saying, like, that's not easy to do.
Yeah, I think this it's I don't think it's becoming more and more of a lost art, I think, for the lyricism is as appreciated now. And I also think that like it's also just how I like process the English language. It's just like, well, I hear this way, this way. Why would I not say it? Like, cause that's cool as shit to me when words can do multiple things.
Yeah, I like to feel like I can catch things. I'm an intelligent person. I can't articulate to the point that I want to, that's happening in my brain, but I catch things pretty easy when it comes to lyrics. Like, I get what they're saying. I tend to pick up what they're putting down. Like, and I love when people. I mean, there's the easy ones, right? Like the low hanging fruit. Like you get your, you get your math bars and you get your, pew pew bars and stuff like that. Where you can just kind of bend some of the words. I come up with my own bars sometimes. They're not that good, but I try. Like, I really try. Like, there was one that was, actually, I can't even remember. See, that's how good I am at it. But I like to be able to catch them because there's a very subtle nuance between being able to really get lyrically complicated and also be able to be understood by the mass market, right?
Sure.
Because not everyone is stupid and not everyone is smart. And sometimes the smart people are stupid about certain things, and sometimes the stupid people are smart about some things. So to be able to appeal across the board and kind of be in that middle ground.
You just gotta be able to. I call them earworms. You gotta find something that can stick in people's ears.
No, absolutely. It's like having a kids movie that appeals to adults too. Like where they're
That's what
like,
I'm like
you
there.
know, and we're all like, and the kids are like, this is so cool. We're like,
Yeah, that's where all the money's at is the kid stuff.
no, absolutely. Like, you need to do a baby shark rap. Is that coming next?
I mean, I might have to do it now.
That should be one of the tracks on the EP, Truth. It's the baby shark remix. I think we could get everyone. It could be a cipher. We'll get everybody on it.
There you go.
Can you imagine that? Have you ever been on a cipher?
I have not. I would love to. That'd be a fun thing.
Blindsight has his cipher 4 out right now. The beat's out, and he's taking submissions. Just saying, putting that out there in the universe.
Send me a link.
I will send you the link. I promise. Um, yeah, he's doing selections right now. He's got Rachel and Skulls on it so far, and he's doing. I know that like Rudnock was here at the beginning. He submitted. I know other people that are around have been submitting as well. By the way, shout out to Carly for starting your podcast. Like, I don't know how many episodes in because I only saw the first one because I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. But shout out for reaching your goals, sis. I love you. There's some cool
Thanks.
people that come through all the time.
I love that. Yeah, it looks like you got a connected community. I love that.
Like I said, there's an iceberg. It's underneath the water. Like, it's down here, right? Like, I'm
Okay.
here and it's like here.
There you go.
No, good people tend to attract good people. And so when you're around good people and you hear good music and you just resonate with somebody, you just let it fly. It doesn't take effort. And people keep thinking, "Oh, I got to really work at it." I promise you, if you're genuine and it makes sense and you're good at what you do and you care, it's not that hard to build a community or to network or connect with your own community. It's not that hard.
Fair enough.
I mean, honestly, that's my opinion. Adavan says, sounds horrible. For counterculture purposes, I'm in.
Touche.
Now, do you consider. Okay, see, I have never understood the word counterculture. I know that's ignorant of me to not understand quite what that means. Do you have a
I don't really know what it means either, to be honest with you.
Thank you so much. It's not just me, thank God.
Yeah.
I assume that, like, the culture is supposed to be a specific look, a specific sound. I'm talking music, by the way, if you guys haven't figured that out. For example, hip hop is supposed to sound a certain way, have a certain picture, a certain look, right? And the counterculture would be the opposite. See, that's what I think it is.
I honestly have no fucking clue. I've never even heard that word until just now, so.
All right, I'm Googling it. Hold on. What is counterclockwise? No. A way of life and set of attitudes opposed or at variance with the prevailing social norm. Nailed it. Nailed it. I did it. Dominant culture always requires an opposite. Exactly. So, on that note, my question would be, would you consider yourself part of counterculture? Or would you consider yourself just, do you know what I'm saying? Is your intention to be counterculture?
No, like I just do what I like. Like I don't try to like fit in with any culture, counterculture, any of the above. I just, hey, this is a sound I like. This is a thing I want to say. I can do that. I don't try to fit in anywhere, I guess.
That was a really good answer because I feel like the only people that are concerned with counterculture are people that are in the culture. The people that are part of the norm are the only ones concerned with the counterculture because the people considered counterculture potentially are just giving respect to the culture, but yet they're just doing their own thing.
Yeah, it's all very confusing to me. So I think people just spend too much energy on shit that they don't actually enjoy to try to seem a certain way, and I'm just like, no.
So you just do what you want to do, and you put out the
Yeah,
music that you feel here and that you want to put out there,
100%.
and then you just build your community based on that.
Yeah, I feel like if I like it, somebody else is bound to.
Absolutely. Do you make your own beats?
I can. I made a few of the beats on this project. For the most part, my homie Jake makes the bulk of them, and then a few other producers here and there that I work with as well.
I actually like the beat for Ego.
Say what you cut out?
The beat for Ego.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one. That's a producer that I found on the internet. I think he's in Amsterdam.
I didn't expect that word to come out of your mouth. Like that was I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, Texas, Nashville, Florida, Iowa,
And
California.
it's really cool like with producers because you can find specific sounds that you're looking for and connect with producers all over the world.
No, and I've noticed that like there's especially like in the beatboxing community, like their central location for a lot of what they do is not necessarily in America. So it's just all of it transcends. People are real focused on like hip hop is an American culture, it's an American thing, and it's like have you seen Wish Bus by the way? Like
Have I seen what?
Wish Bus, it's in the Philippines. There's this bus
No.
and it's a radio station. They go around in the Philippines to these different areas and they get people on that either are good at music or they can rap and stuff like that. And you find these amazing, amazing artists in the middle of legit nowhere.
It's fucking dope.
Yeah,
Never heard of it, but
Indonesia too. I know I've heard quite a few. Like I've heard somebody who did a remix of Monster in Indonesia, but of course I didn't understand a word he said. But it was like, well, shit, I couldn't do it in English.
right, it's still dope. I'm gonna have to look that up on YouTube.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff going on out there, and South Africa is huge right now. Truth knows that. Anybody that follows Truth knows that. Um, One of my favorites is Khan. I love him. I don't know where he's at, but he's awesome. Um, Daylight. Freaking. There's people all over the world that are doing some amazing things, and for people to think that you can narrow it down to a tiny little box, I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure that the music's super dope. I personally haven't heard of them, but I also don't pay attention to shit. So
Well,
it's kind of under my own rock.
I don't listen to mainstream. However, I do. Obviously, I pay attention to what people are doing. Try to catch people on Instagram. That's kind of like my go-to right now for catching people in their music.
Awesome.
That's how I found you through Stacy. Because, by the way, guys, tag me because I will check them out. And actually, if they're good people, if they post nice things, they seem like a decent person. They seem like they're sincere.
Shout out Instagram for the plug.
There you go. Like that's how Ryan's here, honestly, because Here's another thing. Here's a fun fact and super secret thing. If you're not a dick to me when I reach out to you, that's a plus too. Like, if you don't think that you're like holier than thou and like I'm just this tiny little person, like who the fuck am I to reach out, then that also helps. And I will push the hell out of you to the community and to everybody that I know.
I love that. I respect that.
No, and that's the thing is that it's a respect thing. It's like you never know who's going to be in your inbox and who's going to DM you. I'm not saying the people that say they're Nigerian princes, like, ignore them. But, or, hey, do you need a sugar daddy? For 7,000? But anywhere else? No, I'm good. Um, just saying. It was a real debate in the community earlier, like a couple weeks ago.
Oh
Um,
God.
but, if you never know who's up in your inbox or who they're connected to or who they know or where you might be. Next time you have a show when you decide to start touring again, I might be there.
That would be sick.
Live with the community. You know what I'm saying? You just never know.
Yeah, once we get to a point where we can do tours again, I'll definitely post them everywhere so you will be in the know.
But guys, everybody, make sure that you follow him. Check out his music. He's got some amazing songs coming out. He's releasing every other week. He's got an album on November 11th that's coming out as well. He's got some good stuff from the past. He's got some good stuff now. Follow him on Instagram. Huh?
I got like 200 some songs out. I'm sure you'll find something.
There you go. And to be honest, everybody that I've talked to that knows who you are loves you. Because I do my research and I ask people.
Hey,
I'm sneaky like that.
A cosign.
No, it's awesome because you seem like a really cool person and you have a past like where you're willing to speak about it and to try to reach people and then just do your thing and be you. And just keep doing everything that you're doing, honestly.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think there's a point in learning shit if you're not going to share it.
No, absolutely. And I thank you for taking the time to hang out with me and hang out with my community and to have a conversation. And you're, more than welcome when you do drop your album, if you do decide to go on tour and you want to push it a little bit, whether you want to take a 15-minute blurb or if you want to take for 2.5 hours and talk about your cat or your dog or whoever. I have a cat who's not here right now. You're more than welcome to do so.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you having me too.
And everybody that's in the chat, you could have done anything, been anywhere. Listen to this later. Appreciate you if you're still here. Appreciate you guys. And all of the people that I fuck with, all of the reactors and the content creators that have swung through. Thank you.
What happened?
I think your camera just was like...
Oh.
So look at that. Perfect timing, y'all.
That was weird.
Again, nailed it. But no,
Right.
I appreciate you taking the time. And we're probably going to go ahead and get out of here. Let you guys enjoy your Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. Have a great week.
Alrighty. I appreciate it. And thank you again for having me.
No, not a problem. And you guys, drop a comment, drop a like. Go check out his channel. It's in the description. I have expectations of you guys at least listening to one song. Just one. That's all it takes. Okay?
Thank
Much love, guys. You guys have a great night.